Sound on. Transition to the talking screen. And hello, everyone. How are you doing, Mama?
I'm doing all right. How are you this evening?
Doing all right? Um, I don't really have
Oops.
anything fun or interesting to talk about. So anything interesting happening on your side?
No, my daffodils are sadly covered in snow, but
Yeah. The winter is not ready to give way to spring quite yet. So
well,
unfortunate.
I did see 3 cars in Ditchton on the way home today.
Oh wow.
Yep, 2 of them
It,
were in one spot, not touching, but they were, very close to
yeah.
one another, and the third one was off by itself in another location, miles apart. But yeah, the first two was in a spot right before I turn off of the before I turn off of the state road onto the county road, and there was like a couple 100 yards maybe
Mm.
where it went from visibility was nice and clear to 0
Oh
or
wow.
nearly, because of the way the snow was blowing so hard, even though it was like less than an inch that we had
Yeah.
gotten. The wind was blowing so hard that it just whipped it up from the ground and crossed the fields, and like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there are 2 cars off there over the side.
That's ridiculous. It didn't get anywhere near that bad where I am, so glad for
Yeah,
that.
fortunately, at the time, there wasn't traffic really around me. I mean, there was a car that was behind me somewhere, but
Mhm.
not, like, closely behind me, and nothing in the oncoming lane. So, I got to the turn before, you know, any other car was close.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't have anything else, so I guess let's go ahead and get started then. Transition and first puzzle for today. We did the right thing. Copied and pasted in. Copy and paste. All right. Hey, Chip Sounder, how are you doing? First puzzle for today is Look, a palindrome, I say, by Chip Sounder. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row column and 3x3 box. Read the clue out loud, which describes the nature of the cage. For example, 1 5 and 2 2s says there is 1 5 and 2 2s in the cage. Digits along a gray line must read the same forwards as backwards. All right.
Oh,
Chip Sounder
losing a
says I have
phone
lost
charger
a
is
phone
not a
call.
good thing.
Yeah, it is very frustrating. Right, well, in order to have 3 2s, I'm going to have a 2 here, a 2 here, and a 2 there. And since that 2 sees that one, this is going to be a 2 here. And then we've got this palindrome, which is going to end up with 2 more 2s on it.
7 on either side.
7
Do I mark the
on.
center?
Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then this is our center. Mark that with a gray circle. And then it's going to be 2, and then 2 spaces in between
The
for the
backward
next
check
2.
mark is a 5 cell.
this is centered there. This one's
That
also
one's 5.
5.
And the one at the bottom is 4.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't mark the corner with these. I guess I could do that. Let's see. This one has 3 2s, 2 7s, which now I have to put one of the 7s here and the other there. So it's going to look like this. And 2 3s. So then this is going to be 2, 3, and 7. And then this is going to be 3, 7. And that means that these two are 3, 7. And if I'm looking at this cage, I need to have 2 7s. One is here, the other is there. And then I need 1 8, which just has to go here, and then on the opposite side of this palindrome. One 5, 1 6, 1 7, 1 4. Well,
Row
in order
8.
to have a 7, it's going to have to go here. Row 8.
Yeah, there's a 1 5 1 6, and then in column 6 there's a 1 5.
7 3, 1 3,
And is
and
that
2
5 on a
4s.
palindrome or?
It is not. I put this
Okay.
gray line here
Oh.
To separate those.
Oh, for the yeah, okay.
It's short, so maybe I don't need to do that. So I'll take that out to be less confusing.
Well, in box 4 there's a 2 9.
So one of them's here, one of them's here. So that leaves the other 9 up here. Might as well mark it since I highlighted it. This box, well, maybe I look at this one first, because this one has 2 6s. So there's a 6. One, first try, and there. And now this one says 2 7s. So that's going to have to be a 7 here, which will reflect over to here. 1 2 and 1 4. Well, the 2 and the 4, I guess I could go ahead and put the 7 here. There's no way this can be a 7 for a couple of reasons. And then 1 4, and then 1 2. Well, 1 5 1 6, looking at this 1 5 1 6, makes this a 5 6 pair. One, 2, 1, 9. Well, the 9 has to be one of those two. And then this 2 says this is a 2, 9 pair. So that's not a 2. 3, 7 makes this the 2. Oh, and the 7 here makes this the 7. I had that
The
for a
cage
while
that
back.
starts in box 3, they're in column 9. What does that say?
1 3.
Oh, 1 3. Okay.
And 2 4s.
Well, I guess I should have been able to figure that out since it couldn't have been a 2.
Yeah. Now, if I look at the fact that this has 2 4s, one of them has to be up here. So this 1 4 can't be either of those, so it has to be one of these two, but then that's going to reflect over there. Which, if one of those two is a 4, then one of those two is a 4.
Three can be placed in box 9.
It sure can. Well, then where's 5? It's going to have to go here, because this 5 and that 5 means that's the only spot
Oh,
left
right,
in
yeah.
here for a 5. We've got 3 left in the column. 1, 8, and 9. So it's not 8. And then I don't know if I have the rest left over for box. Although 1, 8, 9, that's 3. I also need a 4 and a 6. So this isn't 4. These two aren't 8. 1, 8, 9. 1, 4, 6, and 9. Well, 5 and 6 means neither of those is a 6. This one is also not a 6. Now 6 has been removed from all of these. So this is the 6.
5 can
If
be
it'll
placed in column 7. It can't go in the row 1 or row 2 because of the palindrome of where it puts it seeing a 5.
Right. 1, 4, 9, and 6, I think?
And the palindrome, you can't do a 9. I guess I should have said the lower one, but you got it, so.
Yeah. Two 9 takes 9s out of these two. Now we get a 1, 6 pair. And now 4 and 9. Those. 1, 8 places a 9 here.
And the 9 comes off the other end of that bottom palindrome.
Right. If I made this red and this blue, then this becomes blue and this becomes red. Both of which see this one. So this 1, 6 pair means this, and this is an 8. Excuse me. 8, 8, 1. Um, 5 and 9 are left over.
Box
1, 4,
box 7,
9.
the 1516 cage
Oh,
resolves that 1 6 on the
1, 1, 6, 6.
6 can be
4,
placed in box 1
6,
now.
9. One, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 3. Flex over here to be 1 or 5. One, 3, 4, 8, and 9. 3, 1, and 9. 1, 3, 4, 8, 9. But 3 and 8 get removed. 1, 4, 9 is all of those. This happens to be a 6, which takes this one out. 1, 4, 5, and 9 out of 4. Fours there. 1, 3, 4, 9 leaves a 7. Excuse me. Well, this one still ends up being left as a 7 because of this one. This
that's
one.
a 2.
Right.
Because look, where's 2 in that box? Yeah. So row 3 is left with a 3.
1, 4, 5, 9, and an
No,
8.
8. Yeah, not 9.
I guess I should have looked.
Not 4. And not 4 in box 2 because of where
Right.
yeah.
1, 5, and 8, so that's a 4,
So
9 pair.
that 1, 5 in column 5 takes the 1 out of the bottom of the, placing the 1 in box 8.
5, 8 pair. 4, 3, 5, 1, 5 is out. Four, 9 pair places 5, places an 8. This is a 1. We still need 3, 4, and 8.
Row 4 needs 1, 3, and 5.
This one's just a 1. 6, 8 pair places 5. This is 3 or 8 to finish the column. 3, 4, 8, and 9 leaves these two as 2 and 6,
1,
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, then these 4 9s. If I make this one red, this one's blue. This one will also be blue, so that one's red. That one will be red. This one will be blue, so this one's blue. These two are red. There's blue in this box. Well, it has to be 4 or 9. So yeah, blue is one of those two. Okay, those don't really need to be marked. Although in this column it's one of those two. What am I missing? Two sevens.
Oh, the cage that's the 271214, that one. Where's the 4? Yeah.
So red is 9. And blue is 4. So this one's not blue. And this one is. So blue is 4. 8, 3, 8, 3, 1, 3, 1, 8. There we go. Yeah. feel a little silly overlooking that one there for as long as I did.
I just forgot about it.
Yeah. It is easy to lose track of certain things, especially when this puzzle kind of goes all
It
over
was
the
still only
place.
16, just under 16 minutes, so it wasn't bad.
Yeah. No, it was a pretty good puzzle. So. All right, puzzle 2 for today. And East. Slow and Thermopy. Slow and Thermopy. Okay, I think I said that right. By Chip Sounder. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9, once each in every row column 3x3 box. Digits along an orange slow thermometer must never decrease from the bulb end. Adjacent cells along a blue line must alternate between low 1, 2, 3, medium 4, 5, 6, and high 7, 8, 9. Any row of 3 along a line must contain one of each entry. Alright, let's get going. Now with these orange thermometer lines, if this is a 1, I can continue to do 1 until I'm forced to increase by other restrictions. So this is a possibility. But seven, 2 through 6, and then 1 through 5. And then I think we're just going to do the same thing here. There we go, 1 through 4. Alright. Now the blue lines must contain low, middle, and high. Now if I look at this line here, this cell has to be low. So I'm going to have to make that one blue. Chip Sounder says row 3, column 5 can be a 7. That is true. And that is also true here, where this can be a 6. I did overlook those 2 points. I think 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 4, 4, 4. Yes. So if that one has to be low. Now these two are the same set.
Look at the blue one, that's blue line that's primarily in box 1. The 2 that have numbers on them are from mid and high, so the 2 on either side are low.
And here in box 5, these two have to be from the same group. If this is a 4, this one's forced to be a 5. But this one could be 5 or 6.
Making that one 6.
And this one would be forced to be a 6. So 4 and 6 work. If this is a 3, though, this one could not be a 3. So 3 is ruled out of this one. And 2 would force this to be 3, 4, or 5. But if this is a 2, this would have to be a 3.
Right.
And it would have to be larger than this one because they're in the same box. And if this is already a 3, then that one couldn't be a 3. So this one can't be 2 either. But 4 would work with 5 or 6, and 1 could get to 3. So this could go 1, 2, and then this could be 2 or 3, and then this could be 3. Unfortunately, this has representations from all sets of groups.
In box 7,
Box 7.
one of those, there are 7. So one of them has all 3. Represented in that one. Although, yeah.
It can't be low, because this one can't be low. So this
Right.
one has to be. So this one is not a 4. Because if this was a 4, then that 4 would pair with the 2 in this group.
Right.
And then this would have to be low, because this group couldn't be. But since that doesn't have a low on it, this one's forced to be low. But then those two sort of overlap. Although, if this was middle, let's say this was a 6, it would pair with the other two from 5, 4, and 5. So then this wouldn't be allowed to be 5 or... Well, it would have to be smaller than this one. And since all of this group is already represented, this one can't be a 6. So these 3 are definitely from the high group of 7, 8, and 9. And so this can no longer be 7 or 8. The 7 or 6. 6 or 7. 6 or 7. 6 or 5. 5 or 6. Because this one can be 4, but this one cannot be. And now this one's forced to be a 1. And since these are in the same group, this is a 3. One and 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. 2, 3, and 4. 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. That's not a 1 anymore. These two, and actually all of these, are all blue. These have to be yellow. 4s, 5s, and 6s are all yellow.
Okay, now the blue line that's primarily in box 1, you could get the rest because it's yellow after blue.
Blue, yellow, red, blue, yellow, red. Cool. Oh, this one can't be blue because I already have all of it. And it can't be yellow because it's on the same line as a yellow, or adjacent to a yellow. So it has to be red. This one has to be blue, 1 or 2. It sees a 1 and a 3. So that's actually just a 2. 7, 8, 9.
In box 7, the vertical part of the line has to have a low digit on it. Of the vertical part of the blue line.
Yeah.
So, and there also has to be on the horizontal, there has to be a low digit. Well, now column 2 sees all 3 low digits, so it's column 1 is
Oh,
low.
right. Blue. And so blue is here. So it goes red, blue, yellow, red, blue, yellow, red, blue.
And that's all 3 yellow in column 2. So the last 2 in column 2 are high.
Three, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. This is blue, and it can't be blue again. So this has to be yellow.
So the elbow of that blue line in box 8 is now high.
Right. This
And
one's
that's 3 high. That's 3 high and 3 low in column 4. So the last 2 in column 4 are yellow.
2 or 3 is blue. This is a red blue pair.
The blue line going diagonally from row 8 to row 7 to row 8, from box 8 to 9. The bottom one is, oh no, because that's mixed. 5, 6,
Yeah,
7. But we know the top one cannot be low because it sees all 1, 2, and 3.
does.
Yeah, that being mixed threw me off.
Okay. This goes into this one, goes into that one. So we have to do 7, 8, 9 because of this thermo here.
Right.
So then this is yellow, 4, 5, or 6. 7, which makes 6 not allowed. Forces 6 to keep going down. 5, 4, 4, 4. So these are all yellow. 6 is gone. 7 is gone. 7, 8, 9 are red. Five, 6 pair makes 4. It's a little unfortunate that some of this is hard to read. 9 This could still be a 9. One of these two is 6, which will combine with the 6 over here to make one of these two 6. Well, this can't be a 6, so this is 6. Five, 7, or 8. 3 and 6. Apparently not 1s. These two 1s. The 1s are down here. But this one can't be 1, so 1 is one of those two. Both this being a low, one of those being a low, this one has to be the last low digit. 2, 3, 6 actually makes a set. 2, 3, 6, and 4. This one isn't 1 or 5, so it has to be a high digit. Actually, it takes 7, 8, 9 out. 1, 5 pair of those is a 7. And this goes 2 or 3, 6, 7, 7 again, which is a high digit, which makes this one a 5, which is a middle digit. 6 and 5, not a 7. This was also a 6, not a 5. Not a 6, so this one is, because this one's a low digit.
Row 8 needs its last low.
Makes this
That's high.
a high digit. Apparently a 9. 8, 8, 7, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, and all of those are apparently 9s. Five here. Neither of those can be yellow. They're 1 or 8. Well, that's clearly not going to be an 8, because one of those has to be a step up. So this is 8, this is 1, so low and high. 7 and 8. No, I don't know what's left over column. But those two are the same parity group. But neither can be high. And this one can't be high, so this one has to be the high digit. So this is low or middle, so it has to be a 4. Three, 7, 8. Apparently neither one is an 8. And this one isn't a 7, so that one is... Yeah, because 7, 8, 9, I don't see that one. So this one couldn't be a high digit. Well, if this one's a low 1, then that would have to be a low 3. 1, 5 pair. 9, 1, 5, 6, 4, 8, 3 are all removed, so apparently this one's a 7 and that one's a 2.
Well, and
Which
7
is a high.
goes to an
So
8.
8. So then this is 1 through 6, and well, 2, 3, 4, and 5, as well as 6 are all removed. So that's a 1. That one's not. This is low. So it's 2. This is a 7, 9 pair, but that doesn't work
No,
because this.
no, the 1 below the 7 can't be a 1. It has to be a high digit because of the entropy line.
Oh, right, because of that.
That's a
Okay.
7.
I didn't consider the fact that it could have been a 7 because I forgot the slow thermo.
Yeah.
This one's 1 and this one's 9. Alright. Silly me. Blue, yellow. This digit here is our last blue digit, 2. 5, 4, 3, low and middle. 5, 5s are gone, so 4 and a 5 here. Chip Sounder says this is a 7 by Sudoku as well, so if we look at these here, 4 7s force a 7. The 4 here places 4 and 3, low and middle. 5 here, this is missing a...
Oh, that doesn't work.
I think I messed up when I placed the 1 here, so let's go back to when I did the 1 here, because I probably made decisions off of that, which, yes, I did.
Oh, yeah, you would have.
So this is a 7, which is red. This is a blue 2. And now I need a 9, which can't go on top. So this is the 9 red and a 1 in blue. And now 5 and 1, blue and yellow. This is a 5, that's a 4. Those are both yellow. And then this is a blue 1 or 3. 5,
And row
4,
3
5.
needs 3, 4, or 5, so it cannot be a 3 in the, yeah.
And blue 2. That works. Blue 3, that works. I'm still missing, what, 4 and 3? Which 4 is here, 3 is there, blue and yellow. I need a yellow 6, which will be here, and a blue 1, and we're done. Nice. It is chilly in my computer room. I have the AC unit right behind me is set to bring it up to 70, but for some reason it's not doing that. So that's kind of annoying.
Well, and it probably isn't helped by the 40-degree in temperature drop between yesterday and today.
Exactly. I should probably just set it for higher, but...
Although that
Wait
it
for
really
a
shouldn't
second.
affect whether or not it keeps the temperature inside, just more struggle for it.
There, that got it to turn on. I increased it 2 degrees. Okay. Had to fix my audio subtraction just a teensy bit. Yeah, alright. Hopefully that'll warm up, and we will get on to the next puzzle, which will be Singularis Alchemist Madness Edition number 4.
Oh my, that's a lot of rules.
It sure is. Alright, but let's see. Any clue type can, Singularis Alchemist Madness Edition 4 by Chip Sounder. Any clue type can only appear once. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row column in 3x3 box. The grid is covered in fog. Placing a correct digit will clear the fog from the surrounding cells of that digit. No bifurcation is necessary. Digits in a dotted cage cannot repeat and sum to the total given in the top left corner of the cage. Cells separated by a black dot are a 1 to 2 ratio, and cells separated by a white dot are consecutive. Cells separated by an X sum to 10. Cells separated by a V sum to 5. No negative constraints. Digits on a green German whispers line must differ by at least 5. Digits inside a circle clue must be in the 2x2 of the cells touching the quadruple circle. Digits on a thermometer must rise from the bulb end. Digits on a purple Renban line must be a set of consecutive digits in any order without repeating a digit. Box borders divide blue lines into segments with the same sum. Digits on an arrowed line sum to the digits in the connected circle. Adjacent digits on a red line must alternate between low 147, medium 258, and high 369. Any 3 in a row on a line must contain one of each modularity. Clues outside the grid, without arrows, sum the digits between the 1 and 9 in the respective row and column. Digits orthogonally connected to a maximum clue, inequality signs pointing outwards, must be less than the digit inside the fortress. Digits orthogonally connected to a minimum clue, inequality signs pointing inwards, must be greater than the digit inside the fortress. The sum of the digits on the line must equal the sum of the digits in its connected circles. Digits may repeat if allowed by other rules. The sum of digits on the line must equal the sum of the digits. Okay. Adjacent digits on an orange line must alternate between low 123, medium 456, and high 789. Any 3 in a row on a line must contain one of each entropy, and clues outside the grid with an arrow give the sum of the digits in the indicated direction. Digits may repeat if other rules allow, and digits in a highlighted gray circle are odd. And digits in a highlighted gray square are even. Alright, some water.
My mind started wandering, so. But it's pretty much standard colors and rules and such.
Yep. There's just a few of them we'll have to refer back to occasionally. Okay. Starting with the fact that we have this 14 here, and a 2 to 1 ratio is a multiple of 3. So if I think about what's left over here, I either have 11, which is not possible. Next up from 3 is 6, which would be a remainder of 8. And then 9 is a remainder 5. And then 12 is remainder 2. So we have 2, 5, or 8 as our possibilities.
Well, except that it's consecutive. And so for the 2, the 12 would be 4 and 8. Well, 2 doesn't connect to either 4 or 8. And the 8 would be 6, which would be 2 and 4, which 8 doesn't connect to 2 or 4.
So that is a 5.
Next to a
with
6.
Right. 6, 3. And then we need 7 as one of those 2. Now we've got a V, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, where the bottom isn't 3, so the top isn't 2, which means this one's low, this one's high, this one ends up being low again. But next, 5 away from 7 is 2, and then you can be greater than 5 away, which allows for a 1 over here. So 1 with 4.
After 2 would be 8 or 9.
Because this one couldn't be 2, because that would make that a 3. Yep. And then 8 or 9 on the other side of 2, and then 3 or 4 on the other side. And the x goes to 10, so a 6 or a 7, but we already have a 6, so that's a 7 and a 3. 3 can go to either 8 or 9, so no more help there. We've got an arrow clue, a Renban clue, and a thermo clue. Let's look at the thermo. It's 5 cells long. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And
I
the
guess,
only thing it
yeah.
could be was the 2.
So let's take 2 out. 4, 6, 7, 8. Or no. Yeah, 7, 8, 9. So 7, 8,
7,
10,
8.
8, 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, and that's an 8, 9 pair in box 8, which leaves 1
Yes.
and 4.
Which, this is a Renban, which is a consecutive set of digits. If I placed a 1 on here, I'd have to connect with 2 and 3, but there's already a 3 in box 9. So this is a 4, and this is a 1. And since I can't go down to 3, this has to go up to 5 and 6. And this arrow clue is the sum of these digits. So these two have to both be low, I believe. Because, yeah,
Well,
4 and
1
5.
and 2.
Yeah. So this is a 1, that's a 2. And this is 8 or 9, depending on the remainder there. And I have 4, 8, and 9 left over. Neither of these is 4, so that one is an 8, 9 pair makes this one a 7, a 6, and a 5. And then we get a 6, a 9, a 5. This one over here is 8 or 9. This one over here is 8 or 9. And this is a 3. Now, if we look back to the rules, a red line is our modularity line. Adjacent digits on a red line must alternate between low 147, medium 258, and high 369. So that means this one is 8 and this one is 9. So that gives us a 9, an 8, a 9, and an 8.
Now,
And so
row
that
6,
covers 3 and 2. So
the 17 is a sandwich clue, isn't it?
let's double check that, but I believe that is correct. Clues outside the grid without arrows sum the digits between the 1 and 9 in the respective row or column. So yes, that is. So
Okay.
17 from the 9 in this direction until we get
Well,
to a
we
1.
know because that blue line is a region sum line, right?
Yes.
And that has to be 9 in 3 digits without the 1. So that's 2, 3, 4. And we need another 8 before the 1. Oh, and look at the 8 just above the 8 has to be a
This
9.
is the maximum, and this one's the minimum. And this minimum is minimum 3. 6, 9. It has to have at least 4 digits greater than it. So 7 and 8 both get removed. And there are
5
4
is going to
digits
be
greater than 5.
but there's already a 9 in the yeah.
What's left over in row 6? We already have 1 through 4.
5, 6, and 7 are left.
So we can take 6 out of this one. I think this line here is going to be our orange entropy line. I'm going to double check if we don't have any other colored lines in the rules. Sudoku rules, fog, dotted cages, black dots. white dots, X's and B's, green German whispers, quadruple circles, thermometers, purple Ren bands, blue equals sum lines, arrows, red modular lines, sandwiches, maximum and minimum fortresses, we've got a connected sum line. That might not be the right name for that rule set. But yeah, the only other colored line I see is orange. So this one must alternate between low, middle, and high. One of these is a high digit, and this one has to be in the same group as this. So this
Well,
is
and
4, 5,
that
6, 7, 8,
endpoint
9.
sees 7,
Yep,
8,
7.
and 9.
So this isn't a 7. So these are our middle group.
Well, and the one in column 3 sees 7, 8, 9.
And this is 7. It's just 7. So there's already an 8.
3, 4, 5, 6. That's a lot. But it can't be 3 in the column.
Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that's a 1,
So
2
1,
pair.
2.
So there's 3, 4. 4s are gone. This isn't a 2. 5, 6 gives me a 2. This isn't a 4 anymore. 5, 6, 7 makes this an 8. 8 is gone. And again, 5, 6, 7. So that's a 4. This is a 3. And here's our connected sum lines. These two sum to the same thing that this circle does. Now, this little killer clue here is 27, which is the minimum I can sum this diagonal to.
Oh, we've
According
already
to
got
the
24.
So I need 3. Yep, that's 27. So 2 and 1. Which means the sum isn't very large. What all can I put on the other side? 1, 8, 2, 4, 3, 5, and 9, 6 or 7. So this is 8 or 9 together. I guess let's look at this column because it's nearly complete. 2, 6, and 8. Well, this is 8 or 9. I can't do 8 and 1. So 2 and 6 are 7. Well, it can't be a 6. So if this is a 2, that's a 7. This is a 6, it would pair with 2 or 3. Well, it can't be 2 or 3. So that is a 7, and a 2, and a 7. 2's are gone. 5 is placed. 6 and 7 is placed. 5 and 6 and 5. These two, one of the right one's a 1, and the left one is an 8.
Column 8's
6,
left with 4 and 9. Oh.
4, 9. And then finish this one off real quick with a 9.
No.
And I don't see 5
3
yet.
and 5.
Oh, I'm looking at that row. Is there anything else we can see? I don't think so. So let's just continue filling out columns. 3, 6, 8. 3, 4, 5, and 7. 1, 2, and 9, which this one has to be 9. There we go. A circle is odd, so it sees 1, it
It
sees
needs a
3,
5.
7, and 9. And here's our even square, which
2,
sees
4, and
2,
6,
4,
so
and
it's 8.
6. 6 and 8, and a 3 and a 6 and an 8. Not a 5, 3 and 5. 5's not here. 4, 7 pair makes this 5. And we can finish more columns. 2 and 6, I think. 2 and 6. These two. 2. These two. 3 and 9. 3. 4 and 9. 4 and 7. And a 4 and a 1 and a. I was about to say 6. 7.
7.
Nice. All right, and not the last puzzle for today. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, we're still a couple minutes until 9, so.
Yeah. But the last puzzle that Chip Sounder has given me so far from these two sets of puzzles that we're working on. So we're on to Singularis Alchemist Madness Edition number 5, Anti-King. All right, and this is again by Chip Sounder, and a quick go through of the rules. Any clue type can only appear once. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row column in 3x3 box. The grid is covered in fog. Placing a correct digit will clear the fog from the surrounding cells of that digit. No bifurcation is necessary. Cells separated by a king's move in chess cannot contain the same digit. Killer cages. Digits in a dotted cage cannot repeat and sum to the total given in the top left corner of the cage. Cells separated by a black dot are a 1 to 2 ratio. Cells separated by a white dot are consecutive. Cells separated by an X sum to 10. Cells separated by a V sum to 5. No negative constraints. Digits on a purple Renban must be a set of consecutive digits in any order without repeating a digit. Digits in a highlighted gray circle are odd. Digits inside a circle clue must be in the 2x2 of the cells touching the quad circle. Digits on a thermometer must rise from the bulb end. Box borders divide blue lines into segments with the same sum. Digits on green German whisper lines must differ by at least 5. Digits in a highlighted gray square are even. Adjacent digits on an orange line must alternate between low 1, 2, 3, medium 4, 5, 6, and high 7, 8, 9. Any 3 in a row on the line must contain 1 of each entropy. Digits on an arrowed line sum to the digits in a connected circle. Look and say cages. Digits can repeat in cages. The number in the top left corner should be read as a look and say number and says which digits are in that cage. For example, if the cage has the clue 1, 2, then it means there is 1, 2 in the cage. If it has the clue 3 3s, 1, 4, then it means there are 3 3s and 1 4 in the cage. Adjacent cells along a red line must alternate between odd and even. Alright, and some water. And let's get started. Well, a 5 makes a 3, which means this has to be a 1-4 pair, leaving a 2 to go next to the 3. 1 can't double to 2, so this has to be a 4 going to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have all of the digits on this Renban line, where this circle is odd. What do I get from that?
Well, the ones are either. Yeah, there's 4 spots that one could be. Same with 3 and 4.
Well, these have to be 3, 1, and 4. So that's not a 3, that's not a 4.
Oh, where do 2 and 8 go on that Ren band?
2 and 8 go here. Well, neither of those is 2, neither of those is 8. And then we have this mysterious third digit. Or sixth digit, rather.
Oh yeah, the anti-king was the...
So let's call this A. Now those two aren't A.
Well, and don't forget the gray circle cannot be even.
Right. 4 and 8 are gone. Now 8 had to be in these groups of 6. Anti-king removes it from here, Sudoku removes it from here, and the odd circle removes it from here. This is forced to be our 8 digit. This is a 2, which is forced to be here because of this 2 and anti-king. And so that just placed an 8 right there. And then that
That
is
2 shows us where A is in row 1.
Right. So if that's A, this cannot be, and neither is this one.
And we now have a 1-3 pair.
So that's a 4. This is a 2. Go ahead and take out A. 5, 6,
5,
7,
6,
and
7.
9. I guess I could have used a color instead of A, but
Yeah, that's
A
alright.
allowed me to put pencil marks in there. 5, 6, 7, and 9. Where do we go from here? 2 3s and 2 5s, but I don't even know how big that cage is yet. Although one thing I know about these is that they're one of those two. So I could go ahead and do that real quick. And now this is not 5, 6, 7, or 9. It's not 2. We also know that those two are different. So those two are not 1 or 3, and they're 4 and 8. Which I also could have just got from the 2, 4, 8 there. I'm pretty sure this gray line has to be our thermal. Just to cover the rules again. Renban, blue lines, whisper lines are green, orange lines are entropy lines, arrowed lines are thinner than that, and red lines alternate odd and even. So yeah, this has to be our thermal. 5, 6, 7, 9, and then 1 or 3. Well, this can't be a 9, and it can't be a 1. I don't know why it couldn't be anything else.
In box 3,
Mm-hmm.
the last of the 5, 6, 7, 9 cannot go on the blue line. Well, I guess it could if the bottom is a 4.
I think it doesn't matter because there's just a tiniest bit of blue in this top right corner. That I think it doesn't
Oh,
matter between those two. But if if we're saying that these two have to be like let's say these are the last two of 5, 6, 7, and 9. Then that would be 11 plus minimum plus 1 for 12 plus 4 for 16. So are you saying that this has to be 7, 8, 9?
I think so.
If that is true,
Because, yeah, I missed that tiny bit of what does look like a tiny bit of blue.
then I couldn't put 3 on here. I could put 5, 7, but it's going to have to be. So if this is 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, and all of this is blue, then a 5, 6 pair is 11, plus 1 for 12, plus 4 is 16. Meaning
Yeah,
this
it
has to be a
can't
4.
go to the 8. So, yeah.
An 8 here. 8 is removed. And this is not a 3 pairing with 5 and 6, which would be 14 and 8 for 18. So this is the 3, which gives us these two. Now, it doesn't have to be 5 and 6 and 1. For 12, it could be 1, 5, and 7, but it has to be 5. So none of these are 5. I can actually also take 5 out of this here.
And
But
it can't be a
9 can
9
be
on it.
removed.
Yeah.
Right.
So 9 has to be in row 1 in box 3. So the 9 comes out in box 1.
Right. Okay.
Oh, and the 3 on the Ren band places the 1 on the Ren band.
It definitely does. All right. And there we get this. And Tallcat confirms the 3 and the 1. But now this is minimum 4, 5, 6, and since this is a standard, this is going to have to go like so. There we go. 3 and 7 and 9 are removed. These two have to be 7, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the painting here. 7 is all removed. 7 removed from here. 7's all gone, and this one's not a 5 from anti-king. And now this is 16, so 7 and 9. And that anti-king takes out the 9 here. 9 here. Okay. It's left over in. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this row. 1, 2, 3, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 8. Yes. 8 is removed from these two. 2 and 1 and 3. Okay. still need to see the entirety of this look and say cage. Um,
Well,
but how?
in column 2, the square is even. It sees 2 and 6. It can't be a 4 because it's on the
Right. So that's an 8. These two are high digits. Or this one is an 8 or 9, so this is 1 or 2. And apparently it's a 2, so that's a 7. And you can't place a 6 in the middle, so 1 or 3. Apparently just simply a 3. And then 1 or 4, well, it's next to an 8, so that's a 1. 2, 6, 5, 9. 2 is removed from here, 2 is removed from here. We get a 1, 3 pair, so that's an 8. Okay, well, the remainder of row 5,
4,
I don't
5, and
see
6.
4 gets removed. 5, 6 pair gives us 1. It gives us a 5, 6 pair there. Remainder of. I'm going to do remainder of box 6 because I think this is where stuff is happening. We've got 1, 3,
2
and
and 8.
this
And
isn't
if
2
you
or
s
3. 1.
and the low digit is in the middle. It can't be an 8 in the middle. Because you see the inequal or the greater than sign
I think
around
that
the
might actually end up being an X.
an X? Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Tallcat also says that could be an X. So if it's an X, it's going to be 2 and 8.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
if it
If
was the fortress, then it would have above it too, and I don't see that there, so that would be an
Yeah,
X.
I'm going to hold off to see if we get
Right,
more
yeah.
information, um, just for confirmation. Because I didn't want to use the fact that we could just barely see this blue corner here, but it was all that I could
Right.
see to go off of.
Well, and
Um,
that cage that goes to box, it's 2325.
yeah.
So, and
So
we know it does go down one, but it has to take in a second 5.
yeah, and also it's gonna have to
And a
go over
second
here
3.
at least to get a 3.
Yeah.
But it could also go into this box,
Well, if
so
it
it
goes
could.
into that box, 'cause yeah, okay, it could just be all over.
Tallcat says we can finish box 4, so let's try and do
4,
that. 1,
7,
2,
and
3,
9.
and then 7 and 9 gives us a 4, and this 9 gives us our 7. And then that gives us an orange line, which, just to refer back to the rules, should be a entropy line. So adjacent digits on an orange line must alternate between low 1, 2, 3, medium 4, 5, 6, and high 7, 8, 9. Any 3 in a row on a line must contain one of each entropy. Let's look at this middle one here. 7, 8, and 9 all see that, so this cannot be a high digit. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and of course I missed the 2 at the top. But one of these two has to be high. So 7, 8, 9. So 7, 8 is removed from here, and 9 is removed from there. But I guess what I should really be doing is finishing our columns. So 1, 3, 5.
2,
2,
6,
9.
and 9.
And then here, 7, 8, and a
4.
4. And we already know the top one isn't a 4. Now, knowing that these two are both on the entropy line, they can't be. This one has to be a 4. It can't go
Well, and it's gonna be the
7, 8.
same as, uh, row 7, column 3. So it's a
So,
mid.
6. Red lines alternate odd and even. This one has to be odd, so this one has to be even.
Well, and
we can get rid of the
entropy could
5. That's all we get from there. Let's finish box 5. 1, 3, 5, and 6. 3, 1, 5. Somehow forgot to remove the 6 here. Maybe finish the column. 1, 5, 7, 8. 7's not here because of the 7 in king spacing. 3, 5, 6, and 4. 4 and 6 are removed by Sudoku. This one's more values.
look where 5 goes in box 5.
Has to be one of these two, but what does
So
that mean for
below it,
anti-king?
yeah, those two can't be 5. Like column 6 is 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. Which is a lot.
But 6 has to be one of
6.
those two.
Right.
Alright, 6 was already removed by this. Never mind.
Well, and 3, if you look where 3 can go, it still removes it from row 7, column 6.
Okay, well, this is looking more and more like I need to... I guess we should double check
wait
the
a minute.
rules. This one doesn't have fortress cells.
Oh, well, that's...
Yeah, so I think this has to be a 10. So I'm going to go ahead and
Yeah.
place 2 and 8. 1, 3 pair. These, well, it's 7, 8, or 9. Well, C, 7, and 8. There's the 8 here and the 7 there, so that's a 9. So these two sum to 7, which means this is 5. 9's removed from there.
Well, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say there's a 1, 3 pair, but it doesn't matter because there was already a 1, 3 pair.
Yeah. Let's actually finish column 8 because those two are fixed. 3 and 6.
No.
And no?
3 and 4.
Oh, no, 5, 6. Excuse me.
Oh, no, 3 and... Not 4. 3 and 8. There we go.
First
3
try.
and 8.
Well, where's 2 in this box? This 2 removes it from those, and this 2 removes it from those. So we get 2 as one of
There's
these
a
two.
2 in column 7.
So there's our 2. It's going to remove it from here. And now we finish column 9. 9, 8, 2, and 1 and 3. And 6 is removed from the top one. Tall Cat says 2 in row 7. Well, it's not on the boxes on the sides, and then these two remove it from here, so this one has to be a 2. Okay. 2 3s and 2 5s. So where can 3s go in this box? Well, we know it's none of those. And it's not there.
Well, and we
However,
don't know if it goes to the left also.
but could it be not this cell? Well, no, because we can't put
No.
2 in the same row. So this one, regardless, has to be a 3. 6 pair gives us a 9. That tells us this one has to be the other 3.
And we need 2 5s.
And they can't both be in this column, so it's here. So 2, 8, 9, 4, and 6.
Well, and it can't, the one that's highlighted can't be a 1 because by anti-king, yeah. So
There's 5
the
in
one
this
in
row.
column, I was gonna say the one in column 7 has to be one of those bottom 2, so it takes the one out of the 1 6 beside it.
Now where's 5 in this row? Well, it can't be on the entropy line because 4 and 6 remove its possibility. This 5 removes it from those two. 2 isn't 5, 9 isn't 5, and there's already a 5 in column 9. So this is the only spot for a 5 in row 7. 2, 3, and 4 make 9, so that was probably sitting there for a little bit. 7 here, 5 there, 8, 7, a 1, and an 8, and we're done. All right. We probably have time for one more puzzle. So let me go grab that from my list of speedy puzzles.
I say, do we have any tall cat puzzles that to do?
I could also take a look at Tall Cat's library. If I grab the right note page.
Well, this is true.
We have lots of unsolved Tall Cat puzzles, according to Logic Masters Germany.
Tall cat is also saying my puzzles are not so speedy.
I mean, we have half an hour, so although I am seeing lots of 3s and 4 stars, a 5-star puzzle here, in difficulty wise. I found a 2-star puzzle one. Let's see. I think Tall Cat is trying to put a link in chat. Let me see if I can give you permission to do that. I go to settings and I go to permissions. No, community moderation, user management, approved users. Now I gotta go to your page, go to channel, and if I copy this link and I paste it in this spot, and I click save, okay. Can you paste a link in the chat now? You might not still be able to, but I tried to put you in approved users status. Tallcat says the puzzle is called V-Day. We may have been looking at the same one. I found Say Cheese. So we're looking at different ones. But I also started from the back and worked forward. There's V-Day, Renban XV. Bam. Is it still not letting you put links in the chat, Tallcat? It might need a refresh, I don't know. Darn. Oh well, we tried. But let's see, what are approved users supposed to be able to do? Comments and viewer posts from approved users will be automatically published and won't be filtered for blocked links, words, or potentially inappropriate content. These users can send live chat messages when the creator enables the live commentary participant mode. So, I guess don't be inappropriate, because if you are, it'll happen anyway. I don't know. Not that I expect inappropriateness, but let's go ahead and grab V-Day as recommended by Tallcat. And click this one for the Kraken the Cryptic link. And if I just do this and that, then I can copy and paste a link to the puzzle. And if I click refresh on this, then I get the rules back. Alright, so our most likely last puzzle for today is going to be V-Day by Tallcat. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Renban. Pink lines must contain a set of consecutive, non-repeating digits in any order. X's and V's. Cells separated by an X must sum to 10, and cells separated by a V must sum to 5. Not all X's and V's are given. No negative constraint. And then this puzzle was created before solution. Well, it might not have been created before the solution checking, but it just doesn't have a solution implemented to be checked. But that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So let's get started.
Well, I noticed that the X there in box 6 cannot be 2-8 or 3-7 and still allow the 2 3-cell Renbans. So it's either 1-9 or 4-6.
I heard you say 2-8 first and then still put it in there for some reason.
And since it has to have a 1 or a 4, the V in box 4 has to be 2-3.
That's useful. It doesn't make this have to be high or low yet, though. One of these is going to be low, and the other is going to be high. The low one is 1 through 4, and the high one is 7 through 9.
Well, and the X in box 9,
No,
in order
if I do
to
1 and 9, it
satisfy.
have a 5 on it. Say again. The X in
In
box
box
9.
9, the X, yeah. In order to have the 4-cell Renban, it cannot be 4-6. It cannot be 3-7. So it's either 1-9 or 2-8.
Chip Sounder says, phone is about to switch off. Great solves. Appreciate you stopping by, Chip Sounder. Hope you have a good night. Well, on the opposite side, this has to have 1 or 2. The V up here has to have 1 or 2. So 1 is removed from here, and 9 from there. Doesn't quite give us everything we need, though. This one has to be 1, 4. So this is 2, 3, 7, 8. We can still go 3, 4, 5 in between 2 and 8.
The Renban in box 9 does have to have a 5 on it.
Yeah, let's just do this. Red and blue, yellow and green. So this ends up being the green version of 10. This is either red or blue. This one cannot be green. Yeah. Not close enough. Tallcat says the Ren bands in box 4 may be impacted by the V. So, well, where could I put 1 in this box? It's definitely a question I should have been asking. Because if I
Yeah.
put a 1 on either of these two Ren bands, then I'll need to put 2 or 3 with that 1. I can put one of 2 or 3 on the outside, but the other 2 or 3 will have to be on the inside. So 1's not allowed, and that gives us our 4, 6. I'm going to go ahead and remove the coloring because it didn't seem to be that useful yet. But that does mean we're going to have to get 1, 2, 3, and 7, 8, 9 here, so that leaves a 5. And we get 7, 8, 9 here, 1, 2, 3 there.
And that tells us which one is where in box 6 on the Renbans.
That's
Because you
very
can't
true.
put 1, 2, 3 on the top.
And now, well, one of these two has to have a 4 on it. And if I place a 4, let's say the 4 was here. Oh, wait, hold on. I need to put a 9 on one of these two Ren bands. That 9 has to be down here. So this one is 9, 8, 7, and 6, where the 9 isn't on the outside. And so this one has to be 4, 5, 6, and
Yeah.
well, it can't be
Well,
7.
because 3 could be on the outside.
Yeah. But the 9 has to be in here. And there's no other place a 9 can go.
Right.
But if this is 4, 5, and 6, because 7 and 3 are both removed, then the 6 is removed from this and then forced here. So that's not a 6.
Okay, so row 6, 4, 5, 6 is that's 1, 2, 3 on top, and
Okay. What's
that's
going
got to
on
be 7,
here?
8, 9.
9, 4, so 2, 3 is removed. The 6, so 5 is removed here. That's going to match with that. Um, 4 and
Oh,
6.
yeah.
Is there anything else fancy going on up here? I know 1 has to be. Um, 5, 6, 2, and 3. 1 has to be up there. Ah, but could it be on the Ren band? Well, if it was, that would be a 1, 2, 3, which would break our 10. So that forces the 1 here. Chip Sounder says X isn't 3, 7 in box 1. Because of the 3, 7 we just got up here. So we
Right.
can remove that 3, 7. That's going to give us 3 there. And an 8 gets removed from this spot and this spot, giving us a 7, 9 pair. 1, 4 is going to take the 4 out, and this should be the other 5, 6 in the column. Yes. I also have 3, 5, and I think 2 remaining in box 7.
Well, 9 in box 1 has to be in column 3.
Because it can't go in here, because otherwise it'd have to pair with an 8. So 9's there. 9 gets removed from this. Chip Sounder asks, what is the X in row 3? Well, it's 3, 4. 1 gets removed because of the 1. 3 gets removed because of the 3, 7 here. And 2 gets removed because of the 2, 8. So this has to be a 4, 6. Let's see. Minimum is 5. That would be 3, 4, 5. And then if the minimum was 6, so the maximum being 5, and that would go
7's the
6, 7,
max.
8. 8 is removed. Well, actually, 7, 8, 9. It takes 7 off of here.
So 4 has to be on the Ren band.
Could still be E. Oh, right. Because now it has to be 3 through 6. So 4 and 5
Right.
are guaranteed here. And so since this can't be 4, 4 is here, 4 is not there, 5, 6 places a 4. 1, 2, 8, 4, and 5, and apparently not 6. So 3, 7, 9 gives us 3 off of the Ren band. 4, 5, 6 pairs with that, gives us a 3 down here and a 2, 5 here.
And 8
3,
in
7,
column
9,
3.
which I actually should have got from this.
Yeah, it's alright.
I don't know how long that had been sitting there. This is either 1, 2, 3 or 7, 8, 9. Not sure how to tell the difference at the moment. But both of these also see this. So this is also 1, 2, 3 or 7, 8, 9. And they have to be opposites.
In column 8, the V and the X require 1 and 2. So the 1, 2, 3 in this becomes a 3.
Oh, there's our 2, 3. It gives me a 6 and 4. And now 1 and 9 gets removed. So the 8's gone from here. And now, this can still be 1, 2, 3. Because while all of this sees that, this one and that one could both be 1. except this right here sees 1, 3, and 2. So then this cannot be 1, 2, 3. It must be 7, 8, 9. Now this one is 1, 2, 3, but that's not 1. Tall Cat asks, where is 5 in row 3? Well, it has to be on this. So in box 1, it's not here. Can't be on the 10, and then it can't be on this Renban because what the 4, 6 requires. Same thing on this one because it also sees the 4, 6. So 5 has to be all the way over here, and that forces it down onto this Renban.
Oh, and 2 and 8 means the Renban in box 9 now has to include include 4 and 6.
Apparently this is a 7. So 4 and 6. So it was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, so it had to have 4, 5, and 6. So it was just 3 or 7. Well, 3. 4.
The V in box 7 is resolved.
6, 5, 4. 7 is removed from here.
1, 3, and 9 are left in box 9.
We have enough of that with these 3. 2, 8, and 9. So now where's 1? 1 has to be one of these, which is going to pair with this. So that's a 1 and a 9 here. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Has to have 3, but that's just a 5. So this is 1, 3, 4, 6, 7. 4 and 6 are here.
Column 4 has a 2, 3 pair.
Places a 1 here. And that's Tall Cat confirms that one. 4 and 1 appear. 1s get removed, placing a 1 here.
So does
that's
3.
not a 1. 3, giving us a 7.
And 2 comes out of column 4 also. Yeah.
7, 8 gives us that. Go ahead and take the 5 out, but now a 3 has to be on here, so 6 gets removed. So this is 3, 4, 5. 7's gone. 6 is gone. And Tall Cat says, I should just stay quiet. Y'all are doing great. We're doing our best.
Yeah, my phone, and therefore the comments are blocked by my water glass, so I'm not.
We are approaching the end of stream, so my brain's starting to get a little fuzzy. I do appreciate help here and there. I also see this 4 has been removed. 5, 6 pair gives us a 4. Take out the 9s here. Well, the superscript version. 2, 3 pair gives us 8 and 2. Removes a 2, 7, 8. Doesn't do anything for the rest of the column, but for the box, that's what, 5 and 9. And then this 9 gives us 5 and 9 here. 9 is gone. 6 here, 5 there, 6 here, 5 there. This 5 is going to give us 4. I think 3 has to be, well, 2, 3 is easier. Takes the 3 out of the 4, 5, 6 here.
2, 3,
3,
7, 8,
7, 8, and one more thing.
2.
I missed the 2, thank you. 2, 3,
Oh,
7.
6 in nope, nope, nope. There's already a 6 in column 7. I couldn't count it.
So 6 here.
Yeah.
And 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. This one isn't a 7. And it can't be 8 or 9 either, because it sees all of those. So that's 2 or 3, which pairs with this. That gives us an 8. 2. 3 is gone.
Oh, there's a
And
3,
then this 3,
7 pair.
7 just simply gave us a 9, so that's a 7. This is an 8. 2, 3, 3, 3, 2. 3 and 7. 3, 8 is gone. 7 is gone, so this is 8 and 9. 2, a 7. 9, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 1, 9, 5, 3, 4, 5 and 2, 7, 8 and 9, 7, 9, 5 and 6, 4 and 6, and then 8 and 2, and there we go.
Nice.
And then just to triple check, row 8, copy, paste, followed by column 5. And then I don't know what I did to get these to swap over to alphabetical.
Letters.
And that is solved. So then, very nice puzzle. Difficulty-wise, it was pretty easy. Yeah, just thinking through the consequences of what's going on in these two boxes. As long as you can get through that, then like the rest of it falls out pretty quickly. But yeah, all right, we have 10 minutes left, but my brain is fuzziest at the end, so I think this is going to be the end of stream. So, Talkat says, thank you for solving. Fun to watch. Appreciate it. But yeah, with that.
Enjoyable.
Switch over to the stream end screen. Anyone who watches this back, thank you so much. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fancy YouTube engagement stuff. If you'd like to see more content on this channel, make sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell, but yeah, we've got Sudoku on Mondays. We've got single player games, currently Final Fantasy VII Remake on Wednesdays, and we've got cooperative games on Saturday mornings, and currently Darksiders Genesis. With that, I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much to Chip Sounder and Tallcat, who were in chat today, and for the puzzles that they provided. And we will see you next time.